Hello everyone, thanks for checking out the random video. This was supposed to be my 100 subscriber celebration. Unfortunately, YouTube decided to bugger it up today, didn't they? If you haven't heard, YouTube's changed their monetization policy today. Used to be if you hit 10,000 viewers, which they implemented earlier last year, you would be eligible to be put into the monetization part of the YouTube. Unfortunately, they decided to change this. They've changed it so you need 1,000 subscribers, and you also need to have 40,000 hours of content viewed in a year to be monetized on YouTube. Now, it's beyond me why this has happened. I just really, it doesn't really benefit anyone other than YouTube themselves. Obviously, if they spend less money, but this has all come amid the controversy recently with Logan Paul's video of a dead body hanging in the suicide forest in Japan. And they even quoted they quoted their own reasons they've been waiting to punish Paul. That they quoted in the actual text on Twitter was the fact that they know that one person's effects on YouTube can affect the whole community, and clearly this is what they meant by it. So all small YouTubers under the 1,000 subs and under 10,000 views and hours now cannot be monetized. This has affected what they believe to be less than $100 a year channels, which, okay, it's fair enough. It doesn't sound too much, but the problem with this is, if you think about it, $100 could quite easily buy you a new microphone, and you go towards a new laptop, computer, new software, new hardware, and that sort of money as a startup can really benefit the small channels at the first sort of instance, just to make them want to put more effort into YouTube and more effort and more quality into the actual product they have, like the actual video they're producing. And I just don't really, I can see why they've rejected it, because if they've got say they've got 10 million people who've earned $100 this year, that they've already saved themselves like 100 million, but something stupid like that already, you know. It's like 10 million, whatever it is. You can see what they've done there, but it just seems to harm the fact that no one was really going to try as hard to reach that level to push forward, unless you have the support from the community, have the support from like a Patreon or something like that. It seems like it really is putting a negative factor on what YouTube is now compared to what it used to be when it first started. I'm really frustrated personally, because I'm just about on the tip of hitting 10,000 views. Mainly, I'll be one of the first ones to say that it was unexpected, but the Pokemon Go Easter egg video, which is like a 26-second video, has got somehow managed to get 4,400 views. Now, surely, if I'm able to hit 10,000 views by, I don't know how, surely anyone can do it. So I can see that there was possibly a problem there with the limit they set last year. But then the question of that is, why have they not said anything about it in recent months? Like there's been no communication from YouTube why this has happened now. Why it's like, why literally straight after this Logan Paul controversy, why are they doing it now? Could they not wait a couple of months until people really have enough time to embed it why it's happened? I mean, the first YouTube apocalypse, of people would call it, with PewDiePie and all his controversial moments, especially like the N-word and things like that. Um, it really did impact a lot of people in terms of advertisers on YouTube themselves. A lot of people backed out because of the content of one person on YouTube. Whereas, advertisers, there are millions of people on YouTube, not just one person. If you don't want your advertisements going on that one person's videos, well, ask YouTube to block them. How simple would that be? Look, if you want Logan Paul's, you want to advertise on Logan Paul's videos or channel, ask YouTube and say, look, that one person, let's wipe him off. Blacklist people. Why is that not a thing? God damn it, it was so easy, and you wouldn't have to go through all this problem of smaller YouTubers suffering for it again. I just don't understand. Really don't understand. It's beyond frustration with that. But one good point of today is the community. I mean, there's millions of small channels out there, and let's be honest, lots of them are gaming channels, but I've also seen lots of actual creative channels today, let's say cartoons and digital art and things like that. They've all banded together, so look, we're going to struggle with this, we need to do something about it, and there's been lots of people helping each other out and things like that. The whole point, another point of this is that YouTube's whole idea here was to stop sub for sub YouTube activity, and they've been cracking down on it the last year and a half. But today's just created more of that, because people are well, if we need to hit 1,000 subscribers, then let's just sub to everyone, and hopefully they'll sub back. And to be fair, I've done the same today and got myself a good 10, 15 subscribers from it. So if you do that every day, you're going to get the 1,000 subs fine. The main problem is the view time. Getting people to view your videos for that amount of time is always going to be a difficult thing to do. Even for a bigger channel these days, because you're competing with so many other different people, some of them doing the same sort of thing. If, say, one big game comes out and you've got a choice of 10 of your favourite YouTubers to choose from, you're only really going to choose maybe 1, 2 at best, because you're not going to watch the same game 3-4 times unless there's something interesting in that game and you want to see the reaction to it. It's not really... I think the ones recently, Five Nights at Freddy's may be a little bit different, because there's jump scares and things in that, with loads of different people playing it. But at the same time, if there's a certain game, say South Park, for instance, I watched the South Park Stick of Truth playthrough through PewDiePie, and after he'd shown it off, I was like, well, I've already seen that game now, and other people started playing it, and I neglected their channels. So there's going to be lots of problems there, like competitiveness. There's going to be hundreds of millions of channels that are doing the same thing. If it's all the same thing, obviously people are going to struggle. So first, you got to be unique, and it's difficult when you're competing against 100 million people to be unique in this day and age. But that's one of the main sort of things you need to do. It's going to be a struggle going forward. But I've really got to praise the smaller YouTubers community that have come together. They've tried to sort of say, look, let's beat this, let's do this, we can do it. And I'm in full support of everyone who wants to do this. I've subbed to many today, like I said. It's a very difficult situation, and hopefully the better parts of it that come out, the quality of videos should improve. We should see less of people copying people's content, in terms of literally copying a whole video. But there are also lots of other controversies here which we need to get over, and it's just that the little YouTubers are always the ones to suffer when things go wrong. And why is this? If you shut down Logan Paul's channel, PewDiePie's, if you shut, or even cut off, I know they cut off the 10% of extra views he'll get, that's nothing. He'll still make millions this year. If you're really that worried about YouTube, I think you should definitely do something more at the top end to help the people at the bottom end. These new people at the bottom are going to be the ones putting the hard work in to make their channel the next big thing. You need to support them, because these people will make you money in the next 5-10 years, maybe even sooner than that, So I thanks everyone for listening. I wanted to say a quick thank you for 100 subscribers, and thank you for nearly 10,000 views. But at this point, it's very frustrating. I don't know what I'm going to do personally. I'm still going to do videos because it's just fun to do. But the whole point was to get to that point and try and see if I can use YouTube as a thing to make improvements on my videos. And my sort of revenue idea was to maybe invest in new equipment from that. But it's like, or advertising itself. You know, you can advertise yourself on YouTube to get more views. But it just doesn't seem to be for the people again, like it used to be. Please, YouTube, just make sure you look at the right end sometimes rather than the wrong ends of people. Okay, I've done my rant. That's Gorny out. Thanks guys, catch you in a bit.